welcome back to my channel. Today is the day that I look forward to all year, the day that I get to go to the garden center and get my geraniums and my ferns and all the stuff that makes your porch look so pretty for summer. And what did I do today? I got up with this big plan to go get all my plants, and I got a wild hair. I decided to take everything off of my porch and start from scratch. I took all of my furniture that I did have out here. It was the wooden willow branch kind of furniture. I've had it for years and years. And it's just my husband, he hates it. He complains about it. He says we can't sit in it. It's too uncomfortable. And I decided to go to Tractor Supply and get me one of these Windsor type benches. And then I bought 3 of the Windsor type chairs from my friend Sherry Baggett. So today I'm out here. We have pressure washed the porch and the floor, and I've taken everything off. So I'm just going to start from scratch. So if you want to just come along with me and I'll see I have no idea what I'm going to do. All of my stuff is out in the yard, which I'll show you a video of that in just a little bit. And I'm just going to dive right in and just see where I go. We'll probably go to the garden center tomorrow, so I'll take you with me to the garden center and let you see what I decide to pick, what I decide that I want to put out here. And I just hope you'll stick around and join me. Oh my goodness, please tell me all of this was not on my porch. There's my new bench that's going back on. And this porch definitely has to have a pressure washing. Boy, how does something get so dirty? I think I'll move my willow furniture out into my side garden. We'll save that for another day. Well, this is hubby doing his part. I told him, I said, let me pressure wash it. I can do it. So he hands me the wand, and it just about blowed my arm off. So he got a good laugh out of that. I think they just like to feel needed. Okay, now it's all nice and clean, ready for decorating. Not sure what I'm going to do with this or if I'm going to use it, but I'm going to try. I really don't have any room for it in the house, so I'm thinking that I'm not really sure. It's got tape on it or something. had this out here. I've had this out here before, and I have it full of clay pots. So I'm going to try that and see if I like that. It's just dirty where I've had stuff planted on it last year. Now, I did have, let's see, I had this pretty shelf that my mom and I and my stepdad Greg made. Had it for years and it's been in my house, but I brought it out here last year. Just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And I think I'm going to try it either over this or this. Not sure yet. I have a tavern sign that I made. I'm going to go in the house and get that. That may look a little better. This is one. We also made this one a long time ago. And I may try to hang. I think it would be pretty hanging over this Windsor bench. I'm going to try this. And let's try this over here. So if I need to scoot this up. These are the best little hooks. I don't know if you guys have ever tried these, but they're little hooks made for vinyl siding, and it has like a little cup. I don't know if you can see that, but you just slide it up underneath the siding, and it just pulls. You can hold actually something that's really heavy. Now that's off too. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to have to go higher. And somebody had a loud radio. Now I'm just going to make a hook to hang this on. I think I might hang these with these little. Let me see. That may be too low. Maybe some little old tea-dyed looking flags in there. I've got it stuffed with some I just always tend to lean towards my porch being a little Americana. And I guess it's because I have red door, red shutters. And I always kind of like to get my red geraniums. And let's see what that looks like. Move this for a minute. And got this big teal looking blue barrel that I love, but I think I'm going to move it down here. I usually put a big fern in the center of that barrel. And I think that'll be real pretty in between those Windsor chairs. Then after I start adding some plants in and some greenery, I think it's going to look pretty. Now, let me get this bee skip and set it up here. I've had so much stuff on this porch and it was just starting to feel so cluttered, and I decided I'm just going to try to go with a little less this year. We'll see how long that lasts. Million clay pots, because I love these old clay pots. You can't ever have enough. But right now they're getting on my nerves. This is what I usually plant my geraniums in. This, I bought this. I love this thing. I bought it years ago from a friend of mine that lives not too far. She had this beautiful, beautiful red salt box. And she was having a yard sale, and we got to be friends because I went up to her house one day. She had just built this house, and I saw it being built, and I was like, oh my goodness, somebody's building a salt box back there. So one day, me and my daughter decided that we just go by there and drive up there and kind of see what it looked like. And they saw us, and they were so sweet, and they came out and talked to us. And I said, we just live over the hill from you, and I'm so excited you're building the salt box, or that you've built the salt box. She invited us in, and we were friends ever since then. Her name is I can't even talk, Debbie Rothrock, and she is the sweetest thing. And I bought this from her for $10 at a yard sale, and she moved to New Jersey, so a lot of her things she wasn't going to take with her, and this was one of the things that I got, and I love this thing. So it has to stay on this porch, but I think I'm just going to move where I have it. Let's see. Let me see what I can find. I bought these the other day, and they were natural color. They were just almost white at an antique mall. They were packaged together. There was 4 of them, and I've got one more smaller one in the house. So I came home and I aged them with Waverly antiquing wax. Just painted it on there, let it set for a second, kind of brushed it all down in the holes, and they look so old. They look just like an old rye basket. So I thought, I'd love to have, I don't want to put my good rye baskets out here, my old ones, so I think I'll just try these that I made. Bought these the other day, a rosemary plant and just an English ivy. And I bought these cute little taupey looking pots at Bargain Hunt a while back. I bought them to make those topiaries that I did the DIY about, and I had a couple left, so I bought these plants. And I've had them in my kitchen window, and now that it's warmer, I think I can move them out here. These.
Yeah, are they single or double?
Oh,
What was that other plant you were talking about?
hollyhocks.
This is
My favorite.
This is not the pretty one though. That's not the old fashioned one.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty.
oh no, you know what I'm not seeing?
What?
My red geraniums.
Red
Oh
geranium?
no. You know what, Greg? I don't think they got my geraniums this year.
What are those, Baba?
Oh, I'm going to be devastated if they ain't got them geraniums. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back out here on my porch again today. I spent the day yesterday trying to go to the different area garden centers. The one that I usually go to was out of the geraniums that I usually buy that are usually beautiful. They're dark red and they kind of hang, and I always use them out here for my big pots. But they were out of those, so I said, well, I'm just going to have to try to find them somewhere else. So I'm going to show you what I ended up getting. I ended up getting these gorgeous ferns. I bought 4 of these, which I'll just use maybe a couple on my porch and some out in my side yard, which I'll show you later. Then I bought, let's see, I bought some bacopa. You can see that. It's got the little bitty white and it trails down. I usually mix this with some red geraniums and maybe some asparagus fern. And so I bought a few little pots of the asparagus fern. This stuff grows all the way around here up until Thanksgiving. It's still green. So I love using this. Then I bought I have some big containers out here that I like to put my big red geraniums in. And I did find this one today at Tractor Supply. It was really pretty. It's kind of the, if you can see, it's kind of the darker red bloom like I like. So I think that'll work. And then I bought a couple of these hanging geraniums that I went from no geraniums to now I probably got too many, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. And I also bought some sweet potato vine. Love the sweet potato vine. It always looks really pretty mixed in with the bacopa and the geraniums and the asparagus fern. So I guess now I'll start planting. Oh, one other thing, I got this. I'm not really sure. This was called lantana. And I always see this every year, and I've only bought it like one other year. But this was so pretty. It just had a little bitty white bloom with a little yellow center. So I decided I would try that this year, but I think, again, I'm going to use that out in my side yard. I have a little shade garden out there in my side yard, which I'll show y'all maybe next week. All right, well, y'all just stick with me. I'm going to get my gloves on and go to planting. Mama always taught me, break up the roots at the bottom. We'll take this firkin. It's not really an old one, but I think it'll look good out here. And put these red geraniums, the sweet potato vine, some bacopa, and asparagus fern. I'm going to mix it all together in here. water everything real good. Then I'll take a final video and call it a day.